Hey guys, welcome to our continuing music journey to the planets. Today is Wednesday, May 6th. Yesterday we visited Mars, and today we are going to visit the totally opposite planets. Let's get started. You will need to get your resources. If you did not listen to Mars yesterday, please do so you can understand why today is totally and completely opposite. Mars was the bringer of war, and today we are going to be visiting Venus, who is the bringer of peace. Totally opposite. We're going to do a quick review about the planets as a music suite, and then we will get started on Venus. Here we go. As a reminder, it's an orchestra suite. A suite, spelled like that, it's not suit, it's suite. That just means that it's a collection of pieces of music that belong together somehow. And this way, they belong together as in the planets. They're all named. That's how they belong together. It was written between 1914 and 1916 by English composer Gustav Holst. Remember, that's what he looks like. Probably his best known and most successful work. The two probably most famous pieces in it are Mars and Venus. Probably then Jupiter. Most people don't know any more of them that he wrote because those are the three most. Again, there are 7 of them that he wrote. Each one is named after a planet, and they're not presented in order as in from the sun, Mercury, Venus, blah, 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 blah. The piece, if you listen to all 7 movements, it lasts about 50 minutes total. Okay, movement 1 was Mars, the bringer of war. And we talked a little bit about Mars. And today is movement 2, Venus, the bringer of peace. Okay, a little bit about Venus. It is the second planet from the sun. It orbits the sun every 225 days, so a little bit less than Earth rotating around the sun. It's a terrestrial planet, again, meaning it has some features just like here on Earth with volcanic landscapes, meaning there's a lot of volcanoes there. It has no moons. It's one of the 2 planets that doesn't have moons. It doesn't have rings, like rings around it. It's considered the brightest object in the night sky after the moon. And in fact, many times it is considered to be the, hang on, where'd it go? The morning star or the evening star. Interestingly enough, it orbits, it rotates, hang on. I just lost it. It rotates in the opposite direction of all the other planets. There's only one other planet that rotates in the opposite direction. Thought that was pretty interesting too. It is known as Earth's sister planet because of their similar size, mass, and proximity, meaning location to the sun. But again, it's not quite the same thing because it is highly volcanic, meaning there's a lot of volcanoes. Now, about Venus, who is the Roman goddess of love. So that's where the whole peace thing comes from. She was the goddess of love, beauty, and prosperity, and victory. So you have Mars, the god of war, and Venus, the goddess of victory. So they kind of are total opposites there. Interestingly enough, Venus has pretty much always been a planet that people have been able to see. And in fact, Venus was first, well, that in the records that they can tell, seen in the year 1610, which is pretty cool. Also, Mars was pretty much noticed same time. So they've both been around for a long time that we could see. You can kind of sometimes see them without a telescope, but they were definitely discovered with a telescope then. So what we are going to do is we are going to listen to Venus, the planet that is the bringer of peace. Now, when you think of Mars as the bringer of war, you heard a lot of dun 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 dun, really heavy stuff. So when you listen to the bringer of peace, what do you expect to hear? Probably not a lot of heavy stuff. So let's listen and see what we can hear for the bringer of peace. Here is Venus. That's a French horn starting. It already starts out a lot smoother. Mars started out with a heavy driving. So this one's just a really smooth, light flowing, not a lot of brass, not heavy, kind of like floating down a river. I'm going to skip a little bit. Now you get some strings playing. Still no heaviness. I skip one more time. It never gets loud. It really just stays quiet. Okay, you can listen to some more of that if you would like. That would be a great mindful moment song because it really is exactly what it says. It is peaceful. It is really just floating down a lazy river, totally opposite of Mars, just calming. You could fall asleep, not because it's boring, but because it's so relaxing. Now you see why he put Mars with the heavy accented dun, 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 and then a totally opposite floating and calming thing. If you were in the audience, what would you think with the two opposites back to back like that? Starting with a really heavy one and then the next one being so calming. What would you put next? Well, we're going to find out next time. Talk to you guys later. Bye.